welcome back to my channel. This is Cassandra at That Timeless Life. If you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing and be a part of the community. If you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. Don't forget to also give this video a thumbs up if you found it was helpful at all, because I would like to do some more financial videos this month, especially because I know that's kind of when everyone, starts their goals. I do my goals quarterly though, so that way it's just kind of like easier to wrap my head around and really make sure you're still on top of them. So first things first, I'm gonna have a Facebook group, which I'll talk more about towards the end, so make sure you stick around for that, for some great tips and support for this January for spending and finances and stuff. Alright, so 2020 goals. Here are my tips for making goals that you're not going to fall off on or just kind of like forget about. So my first tip is to make goals that are shorter, so have quarterly goals, because you want to break everything up. That way as you see progress, it's better and it's easier for you to want to continue to keep doing it, and you just kind of stay positive. So that's the first one, is kind of do things quarterly. And every quarter kind of like revisit what your goals are and see if they're your same goals, or maybe something might have changed and so your goals are different now. Next thing is second tip is to make your goals specific in what those goals are. So a lot of people want to lose weight. Well, your goal shouldn't just be to lose weight. It should be a specific number. So I want to lose 10 pounds. The second part, being specific, is to have a deadline date. You don't want to just say, I want to lose 10 pounds. That could throughout the whole year, so really you probably don't even really have to try until the end. So if you're doing it quarterly, or even, half the year, you can do 6 months, whatever you want to do. Have a deadline. I want to lose 10 pounds by April. Just be very specific in what your goals are. So you want to have a specific goal itself and a specific timeline. Next tip is to not overstress yourself on your goals. So as a mom, you want more time to yourself, or more like self-care time. Well, instead of starting it off and saying you want an hour to yourself every single day, which might be, attainable, but maybe start off a little slower. So for the first 3 months, you want to make sure you can have an hour to yourself 3 times a week. Okay, see how you go that first quarter, and then the next quarter you can add an hour, or add how many times a week, that kind of stuff. That way you can really track your progress and see how you're doing and really stay positive on your goals. It's the same thing with finances. As you're paying debt off, you want to not pay your debt off slowly, but you want to have a small goal and beat that goal. So instead of trying to pay a million things off at once, focus on the smaller ones and get them paid off, and then you go to the next one. That's what the debt snowball is. That's like some Dave Ramsey stuff, which I'm probably going to go over. If this goes up on January 1st, I'm going to do a theme Thursday video every Thursday, of whatever that theme is for the month. So for January, it's going to be finances and saving money. So I think that'll be next week's video, will be on Dave Ramsey and the snowball method and sinking funds. The next tip for creating your 2020 goals is to write them down. Put them in your planner or in a notebook or on a sticky note somewhere, anything. You want to be able to see it all the time. I know a lot of people also create vision boards. So you can get a little poster board, print out, whatever you want to print out, whether it be words or pictures of what you want, anything like that. I also like to do, which I'll probably show it in another video, is for dot grids or graph paper. Each little square is an amount. So whatever gets you closer to your goal, whatever that may be. So that might be to lose weight or to save up for something if you're going on vacation. Just anything, that way you can track your progress and see how that is, because seeing your progress visually really helps to excite you and really make you want to continue to do that more. So that's one of my really great tips. Alright, so next tips for goals are to make sure they're a goal that you want, not that you think you need. I know especially with social media, you see, all these people and they look perfect, or, whatever. Just make sure it's something you actually want, because if it's not something you actually want or something that you think is really going to work for you, it's not going to happen. So really just make sure it's something you want to do. My next tip for while you're doing your 2020 goals is to really look at your year. See what you envisioned for that year. It can be finances, it can really be anything, just like your goals, but just map out your year. See when you have events and what you have going on. Just try to be more prepared for what's going on in the year. Like we moved last year, so there's just a lot going on, and there's still a lot we need to even unpack. We've been here since April. It's now January 1st when this video goes live, so I still have boxes downstairs that I never opened when we moved here. I have stuff for my kitchen that I just haven't used in 8 months or whatever it is now. So just try to be a little more prepared and give yourself a running to-do list of things you want to do either in your house or for this year. Just anything, because once you sit down and do your budget for the year, you need to know how much you need to save up to do that. That way you can actually accomplish the things you want to accomplish. Whether you're saving up for a wedding, or you're in a wedding, or you're going on a big vacation, you need to plan for it. Planning for what you have coming up is really going to give you, one, peace of mind, and two, the freedom to actually do it. So being able to save up for that vacation, or mentally preparing for something big that needs to happen, anything like that is just really going to help you and stay focused. The next tip is to have support. So whatever your goals are, having a support system or like a community that you can go to is really helpful. So like I said in the beginning of the video, I'm going to have a Facebook group. I might do one for like fitness and workout too, just where everybody can kind of post, tips or, whatever, or asking everybody, what they're having for dinner tonight, that kind of stuff. So I might make a Facebook group for that, which will probably, if I do make it, it'll be in the video for tomorrow, which will be meal prepping and planning. But I do have a group that I just put open. It's called Savvy Spending. So that one, every Monday we're going to have a check-in. I'll ask, how everyone did on their budget for that week. And I want to do that on Monday check-ins because, sometimes things happen on the weekend, or all of a sudden someone asks you, hey, you want to come hang out? Like, you want to go out to the bar, or do you want to go somewhere, or a party that like someone ended up having and you forgot about. Just kind of check-ins with that. And I was going to do like a no-spend January, but I think savvy spending kind of encompasses what I do better. So, in my opinion, doing no spends can be very hard for people because they'll do a no spend and they won't buy anything for a week, and they think, oh, okay, I did really, really good, so let me go reward myself and go buy all this. That doesn't work. Savvy spending to me is preparing in your budget for a smaller amount of what you think you're going to spend. So, I don't know, I'm just going to use an example. So if you buy, if you spend a lot of money on coffee every week, instead of just buying whatever or not buying anything and then, indulging and buying a lot of it, have a set amount you're going to spend. And if you stay under it, that's perfect. If you go over it, let us know when you're checking on Monday and we can help you figure out how you can get back to what your budget is. So put the money in your budget for what the things are that you overspend, so you know how much you have to spend on it. Giving yourself a cap can really help stay on track instead of just saying, I'm not going to buy anything. that doesn't always work. But allowing yourself to spend your money kind of, it just does something and allows you to like really focus on what you need to spend. So if you know you only have $20 to spend on coffee or whatever it is, you're not going to spend it all on Monday if you have you know, your budget until next Monday, because then you won't be able to buy any for the rest of the week. So yeah, those are my tips and the information on the Facebook page, which I will have linked in a card and below. So yeah, let me know what your goals are for 2020 and if this video helped you make them. Talk to you guys later. Bye.